Hi, this is Trepacer. Welcome to Trepacer's Saturday Horror Reviews. And again, I go back to the Vincent Price collection. I love Vincent Price. And this time we're going to focus on a movie, 1971 movie called The Abominable Dr Phibes, starring Vincent Price, Joseph Cotton. And this basically tells the story of Dr. Anton Phibes, who's he's a doctor himself and a biblical scholar. And this movie basically begins with the murder of a doctor in a bizarre way. Okay, and a series of murders start happening with several different doctors, and the police are are investigating it, and of course, trying to figure out why these doctors are dying in these horrific ways. And of course, we know while watching the movie that they're being committed by Dr. Anton Phibes, who is believed to have died in a car accident, but in actuality was horrifically scarred and really can't talk without the aid of a microphone. And him and his mute assistant, Valvina, are basically getting revenge for Dr. Phibes for what he believes is the murder of his wife, who, in the same accident that he was horrifically scarred and survived, she actually survived and died on the operating table. So since he's a doctor and he believes in the Bible and he believes in biblical revenge, he goes about killing the doctors who he deems responsible in the most horrifically biblical, these biblical scenarios. And Vincent Price plays Dr. Anton Phibes, and to say he's insane is putting it mildly, but he's just the method of his revenge is just like I said. He goes about since he's a biblical scholar, he's going about doing it in these biblical ways by doing it based on the biblical plagues that were that befell Egypt. Okay, and it's a sight to behold. And Joseph Cotton is in this as Dr. Marcellus, I think his name is, character's name, who's when the police start inspecting these weird murders and they figure out that there's a connection between all these doctors that are dying. They all work for this one like head doctor, and they're trying to figure out exactly what's happening, and who's doing these bizarre deaths. Okay, and like I said, this movie is a little bit camp, has a little bit of camp in it because Dr. Phibes, you see him in his lair. He plays this weird organ, and he has this weird little band that a mechanical band, and he has this mute assistant who helps him commit these horrific murders. And Vincent Price is totally in his element as this revenge-seeking Dr. Phibes, Anton Phibes, who's like I said, I don't think the character even talks until well into the movie. I think a half hour into the movie or so, and his character is just he has a presence, and he's just this bizarre figure who's seeking revenge and getting his revenge in this most horrific ways. Visiting upon these doctors in this most horrific way, and it's just a sight to behold. And of course, you have the movie also gets part of its humor from the inspector who's investigating these cases, and this you see he's overall getting disgusted by having to investigate these bizarre murders and trying to figure out why it's happening and who's doing it, and it's a sight to behold. Okay, this Dr. Anton Phibes is one of these great characters, and you have to see him physically in the movie to see what I'm talking about. Okay, and he's just a kind of camp figure in a way. Sometimes, like I say, he is this immune assistant that helps him, and they dance. Part of the movie, he plays this weird organ, and he helps him on these insane scenarios that he sets up to get revenge, and it's just a sight to behold. And you can see why Dr. Phibes is he wants to revenge his wife, or his late wife, I guess in this case. That was absolutely beautiful. They show him, gazing at his wife and lamenting and promising her that he's going to get revenge. And again, Dr. Phibes is just a great cult character, and Vincent Price plays him to a T. Okay, and I absolutely really enjoyed this movie a lot. And I know there's a sequel to it, which I'm looking forward to watching, The Return of Dr. Phibes, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, The Abominable Dr. Phibes, the original, is a really good, entertaining movie, horror/camp movie. Very entertaining and totally worth watching. And I'm going to give Abominable Dr. Phibes an 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed it. I definitely highly recommend it to everybody who loves Vincent Price and loves horror. Okay, it's just that good. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think of the Abominable Dr. Phibes. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.